You ever felt like you were on top of the world, even when you're standing on a mountain of junk? That was I, Madison, and Hayes, my best friend. Just then, a massive crane rolled in. We watched breathless as its claw chomped up a tangled mess. Wait, is that a bike? 10 minutes later, we were wobbling down the street on the rustiest, squeakiest ride ever, laughing like we owned the street. Back home in the rougher part of town, life was simple. We'd greet our dads as they came back from long shifts at the factory. We'd bring them bits from the scrapyard, anything to help with their maintenance work. Then one day, everything changed. Dad burst through the door glowing.
Honey, Madison, I did it!
He'd redesigned a sealing unit that transformed the whole factory. Production soared. Word spread. Even Mr. Halverson, the company's old airless chairman, showed up at our door. He wanted my dad to inherit his empire. Like, can you believe that? Like and subscribe to our channel to hear more stories like this. The next day, a fleet of sleek black cars rolled up to our tiny house. Mr. Halverson had sent people to take us to our new home. We didn't even lift a finger, just watched as our lives got boxed, stacked, and whisked away. Just as I stepped into the car, a shout cut through. Madison, where are you going? Let me go! Are you really leaving me like this? I'll explain everything later, I promise. The car rolled forward and her figure shrank in the distance, my heart aching at the thought of leaving her behind. But by the time we arrived, I'd forgotten everything. The place looked like a freaking castle. Yeah, it'd take me a minute to get used to this. Then they enrolled me in Cresswell Academy, where politicians and billionaires sent their kids. I took a deep breath, ready with comebacks in case anyone judged where I came from. But the moment I said my name, they all knew who my dad was.
He's the engineer who built the automation system for the Halversons group, right?
Didn't he get like a PhD? That's insane. Maybe a bit overhyped. But the way they looked at me, curious, almost respectful, I went with it. And thanks to that, I instantly got swept into their friend group. Suddenly, a burst of flash hit me. Across the courtyard, a guy with a camera lowered his lens, smirking. That's Dylan. He's in the journalism club. He's a total gossip hound. If there's dirt, he'll dig it up and blast it across the entire school.
Talking trash about me already? Go on, let me hear the juicy bits.
Ugh, great. If he ever found out the truth, my shiny new rep gone. I'd better stay alert since he was everywhere. Under desks, behind lockers, lurking in the corners of the school, like a nosy ghost with a camera. And that went on for months. During one of the PE classes, I caught a glimpse of someone familiar outside the window. Hey, Madison! It's me! Hayes! No way. Don't tell me she came all the way here to find me. I instantly leapt through the window and yanked her into the bushes. How did you get here? I know I haven't contacted you yet, but I got in! Look! For real? But how? Madison?
Who's the mystery girl?
Hi, I'm Hayes, Madison's childhood bestie. OMG, that's adorable.
Wait, so you saw her dad's big invention system happen?
What invention system? I laughed way too loud, then yanked Hayes to the nearest bathroom. After making sure no one was around, I told her everything. So you lied to everyone and made them think your dad was some big shot engineer? I know it's wrong, but I couldn't exactly stop it once it started. So please, just don't bring up the past. She blinked, then smiled that familiar goofy smile. Got it! But just to be safe, I kept a close eye on her. This salad tastes just like our old junkyard dives. She means food drives, you know, for charity. Next day in art class. Madison, your sketch is so good. You must have had private lessons, right? She learned by tagging walls in our old neighborhood. It was a mural project. Super official. They bought it, I think. But then, our group chat suddenly went quiet. Inside jokes I didn't get anymore. Even hangouts I was never invited to. And at the center of it all, Hayes. She was laughing with them, handing out homemade cookies, even sewing up someone's torn dress. Wasn't she trying a little too hard? What's with that attitude? Hayes was right. Nothing but an empty shell. Like father, like daughter. Wait, what does that mean? Did Hayes tell you something?
She told us everything about what your dad really did to claw his way to the top.
Suddenly, all eyes were on me. They whispered things I couldn't hear. The anxiety inside me flared, fast and hot.
Yo, Earth to Madison. You okay?
Wait, have you heard what my friends have been saying about me lately?
Some friends you've got. Yes, I heard bits and pieces, but nothing solid yet. You wanna come clean with me?
I don't even know know what's going on. And coming from Hayes, this whole thing is a mess.
Well, want my help getting to the bottom of it?
Actually, not a bad idea. That weekend, Dylan and I went back to where it all started, my old neighborhood. We found Hayes' house, but all the doors and windows were boarded up.
Guess they moved away.
As we turned to leave, two guys with way too many tattoos stepped out from a van. They didn't say anything, just stared.
You know them?
Nope, and I don't want to. We shuffled off fast. Next stop, the old factory. We asked around. Apparently, Hayes' dad had quit weeks after we moved away, but the old supervisor did remember one thing.
These two stayed late almost every shift. Such diligent fellas.
That stuck with me, but in the end, no answers, no clues, just a pit in my gut. The next morning at school, I scanned the gym, twice. No Dylan. I texted, called, nothing. So I ended up alone on the bleacher. Meanwhile, Hayes was glowing, surrounded by laughter and admiration like she'd always belonged there. Then our eyes met. She walked over and sat beside me. So, now you know how it feels to be left behind. What, you did all this to get back at me? It really did hurt, you know? She looked at me, eyes glossy with unspoken blame. I'm sorry. I lost myself in all of this, and I forgot who really mattered. You! I'm glad you saw that. Truce? I nodded, leaned over to hug her. A hug so warm and familiar, like we were us again. Hey, the group's throwing a party tonight. They invited me. You should come too. I hesitated. Come on, might even fix your reputation a little. That night, I showed up at the party in my best dress, heart pounding like it was prom night. The music was loud, the lights low. Something felt off. People turned to me, smiles that didn't reach their eyes, whispers behind plastic cups. Then I saw her, Hayes, wearing a calm, perfect smile. Hayes, what's going on? This party is for you, to celebrate all the lies you and your dad built. My whole body went cold. This was all a setup, and I fell right into the middle of it. You're right. My dad's not some world-class engineer. He's just a factory worker, but he earned everything he got. None of your little stunts can take that away. Really? Then explain this. The projector lit up, playing a CCTV footage of her dad working diligently on the system. The footage zoomed in. Another figure appeared in the corner. That was my dad? Rick Bailey had always known my dad was building the system. He watched and waited for the right moment to swoop in, claimed the idea, and took the glory. That's how he got it all. And you? Just a thief's daughter living in a stolen dream. No, it couldn't be. My dad could never do something like this. Then the double doors burst open behind me. Men in black rushed in, stopped Hayes, and deleted every trace of the CCTV footage on the spot. You can't silence me! People saw it! They know the truth!
What truth?
My dad stepped through the door, his demeanor cold as ever.
Hayes, if you continue spreading lies to damage my reputation, I will take this to court.
Then the guards dragged her out. She looked back at me, eyes burning with betrayal. And just like that, they were gone. No rumors spread, no articles, no whispers. Dad's PR team had scrubbed it clean. Dad, none of it was true, right?
Does it matter? Anything that threatens this inheritance must be removed.
It wasn't until days later that Dylan resurfaced, looking like he hadn't slept in a week.
I got something. I dug into factory logs, factory archives, employee logs. Your dad didn't build that system alone.
My breath hitched.
He and Hayes' dad worked on it together, months of overtime, side by side. But when her dad got sick and missed a week, yours filed the design under his name. After that, Hayes' parents sold everything. They even borrowed money from the wrong people, just to get her into our school, to fight for what was stolen. And now, they're drowning in debt.
I stared at the photo, heart sinking, everything inside me twisted. Shame, guilt, disbelief. I couldn't sit still anymore. The shiny image I'd built around myself, none of it mattered now. It was time to make things right. I took Dylan's folder and went straight to the penthouse office at Halverson Group. The security guards tried to stop me, but the chairman himself waved me in. He didn't say a word while flipping through the documents. When he finished, he let out a deep sigh.
Thank you, Madison, for having the courage your father didn't.
A few days later, the truth was brought out, followed by an official announcement. The inheritance would be split. 50% to Hayes' dad, and the other half to Rick Bailey, my father, under the condition he lead a new high-stakes division and prove his worth beyond question. Hayes never came back to school. I heard her family paid off their debts and moved to a quieter town up north. I didn't get to say goodbye. Not sure if she wanted to. Maybe that's how it was always meant to end. Friends change. I left the lunch team full of fake smiles and picture-perfect lies. Turns out, I didn't need them. Not anymore. I started hanging out with Dylan instead, who, for the record, is still nosy, still annoying, but never fake.
The target's in my sights. My finger hovered over the trigger, every nerve in my body on high alert. Today's target was Mr. Hawthorne, a senior director attending the city's zoo inauguration. Just one more second and it would all be over. As I was about to pull the trigger, my earpiece buzzed.
Mission aborted. Fall back.
What the fudge? I lowered my rifle before quickly disassembling it with the precision I'd honed over years. But the frustration of the mission being canceled still simmered beneath my skin. This wasn't how things usually went down. I bolted out of the building, leaping onto my sleek black beast. I revved the engine hard, feeling its roar beneath me as I quickly merged into the bustling traffic on the avenue. I'm Zinnia, the top assassin of the Shadow Academy, and nothing ticked me off more than being told to wait. I made it back in record time. The Academy was hidden deep in the mountains, a fortress where the world's deadliest assassins were trained. This wasn't a place for the faint-hearted. But then again, I wasn't your average person. Everyone turned to look as I walked down the hallway. I was the only girl who made it this far. Known as the best sharpshooter in the academy, unmatched by anyone. I headed straight to the shooting range. I needed to blow off steam, the adrenaline from the unfinished mission still buzzing through my veins. Outside the glass window, the boys were gawking at me like they'd turn to stone if I so much as winked at them. Gunshots echoed through the range, every bullet hitting dead center. Bullseye after bullseye.
Impressive as always, Z.
Thanks, big boss. Mr. Blackwood was one of the few senior instructors I actually respected here, and he was also the one who assigned me missions. Before I could say anything, he read my mind.
Come to my office. We need to talk.
Walking into the room I knew so well, down to every gun mounted on the wall, Mr. Blackwood looked at me with a thoughtful expression.
Your mission has been changed.
He slid a file across the table toward me. It was still about the CEO, Mr. Hawthorne, but this time the details were different. Instead of eliminating him, I had to track him and gather evidence that would put him in jail for trafficking illegal ivory, rhino horns, and other endangered species. This isn't my job. I'm an assassin, not a cop or a detective.
I know, but you're the only one I trust with this important mission.
That almost convinced me.
Besides, if you complete this mission, you'll get a month off, fully paid, no strings attached.
A month off? Holy guacamole! The idea was super tempting. I hadn't had a break in years. The thought of actually having time to myself, doing whatever I wanted, was almost too good to pass up. Deal, I'm in. I stood in front of the lavish mansion, trying to keep my cool, until I came face to face with Mr. Hawthorne, who looked dangerous, a stark contrast to the kind face he showed the public the day before. My eyes darted around the house's thick CCTV system as we moved down the hallway.
My son is waiting to meet you.
Wait, your son?
Yes, I'm hiring you to protect my son, not me. But it's no different. That boy is my whole world, so keep him safe at all costs.
Before I could fully process this minor change, a file was shoved into my hands. The first thing I noticed was his face. Holy moly, he's handsome! Let's see, Percy Hawthorne. Basically a weak, useless, spoiled brat. But that means I could use him if I needed any information on Mr. Hawthorne. Perfect! I'll do my best to prove hiring me was the smartest choice you've ever made. He gave a cold nod and walked away, leaving me clueless about the mess waiting for me behind those doors. Inside the room was pitch black, but I could smell the intoxicating scent of cologne lingering in the air.
I don't need a bodyguard or a babysitter. My dad's just being overprotective.
I'm not here to invade your privacy. I'll just be right outside the door. I'm Zinnia, by the way. I was just about to turn and leave when something moved quickly in the dark and grabbed my hand. It was him, the most handsome guy I'd ever seen.
Scratch what I said earlier. I do need you. Zinnia. A name that fits someone as stunning as you. How about we ditch all this boring security stuff and go somewhere on a date?
I'm here to protect you, not to entertain you. Realizing he had overstepped, Percy backed off a few steps and cleared his throat.
Okay, sorry. I just wanted to lighten the mood a bit.
I'll start tomorrow. For now, good night. That night, after everyone had fallen asleep, I quietly made my way down the hallway straight to Mr. Hawthorne's office. Inside, it was just as luxurious as the rest of the mansion. Right in the center of the room, a pair of large ivory tusks glistened under the soft light of a desk lamp. They looked more real than real, but to be sure, I'd have to come back with some tools for a closer inspection tomorrow. I started my job the next morning and quickly realized I was the only girl in the entire mansion. Even the other bodyguards and household staff were all men. They swarmed around me like I was some sort of celebrity, only backing off when Percy showed up.
Back off from my bodyguard, or you're all fired.
Percy wasted no time putting his new plan into action. During breakfast, he insisted I sit next to him at the table.
Don't stand behind me like you're escorting a prisoner. Sit down here.
He pushed me into the chair, then slid his plate toward me.
Feed me.
That's not part of my job.
My fingers hurt. See? I got a hangnail and it's almost bleeding, so I can't hold a spoon. Your job is to protect me from starving to death.
I had no choice but to do what he asked. He looked ridiculous with mustard sauce on his mouth, and without thinking, I leaned over and wiped it off. Percy stared at me surprised. I immediately realized how close I had gotten and stood up quickly.
It's hot in here, isn't it? Let's go to the pool.
I stood at the edge of the pool trying to figure out if I was supposed to be a bodyguard or a babysitter. Percy suddenly surfaced from the water, droplets shimmering on his body.
Are you staring at my abs?
What? No, I'm just doing my job, keeping an eye on you 24/7. I looked down to hide my face, which felt like it was about to burst into flames. Percy came closer, grabbed the towel from my hands, and turned away. Suddenly, he stepped in a puddle and slipped. Before his head could hit the ground, I caught him in my arms. Our faces were inches apart, and I knew my heart was pounding. For a moment, Percy turned pale, like he was scared. The answer came a second later when a beautiful girl came running in. She froze when she saw me standing there.
Where's Percy?
Percy had already vanished. I realized he was purposely avoiding this girl. He's not here. She narrowed her eyes at me, clearly not buying it. After a moment, she spoke in a sickly sweet tone.
Caddy, Percy's future wife.
Nice to meet you. I'm
the new bodyguard. I know you're jealous of me. And let me be clear, if you even think about getting close to him, I'll make sure you regret it.
Is that so? I'm just here to do my job. Protect him from harm. From people like you. Caddy's face twisted, but she just stomped her foot angrily before storming off. You can come out now. Percy leisurely stepped out from behind one of the columns by the pool, a pained smile on his face.
Caddy's a bit intense.
She barged in here like she owned the place and even threatened me.
Are you jealous?
For a moment, I realized Percy and Caddy were perfect for each other. They were both nuts.
I really don't like Caddy, and she's definitely not my future wife. She's just the daughter of one of my dad's business partners, a park ranger.
That keyword caught my attention. Why would a big shot director have business dealings with a park ranger? I tried to pry more information from Percy.
A few years ago, I used to go with my dad to her house near the forest. While my dad and her dad talked business, we played together. Maybe she misunderstood and got clingy.
His story pushed me to continue my work that night. I pulled out a magnifying glass, a small flashlight, and a few specialized tools. I turned on the UV light and scanned the ivory tusks. When the light passed over them, my breath caught. The telltale crosshatch pattern known as Schrieger lines appeared under the glow. These tusks were real. This was all the confirmation I needed about Mr. Hawthorne's illegal activities. The next morning, Percy barged into my room with an overly excited expression. He must have come up with another one of his ideas.
Your profile says you're really good with guns. That's awesome. Teach me.
He was such a handful. Why did he have to look so darn cute when he was excited? Jeez, Z, get a grip! Percy was serious enough to have prepared 2 fake guns for the training. He missed almost every target. I took his hand, guiding his movements, and we got closer than ever. Just as the practice was starting to go smoothly, an intruding voice interrupted.
Percy, darling!
Before I could react, Caddy had already wrapped her arms around Percy and kissed his cheek.
I've been looking all over for you. There's a party at my place tonight, and you have to be there.
I've got practice with Z tonight.
This was a golden opportunity. Going to Caddy's house, I could gather even more information. We can reschedule the practice for tomorrow, right? Go ahead. I'd love to go. Caddy's eyes narrowed as she looked me up and down, clearly annoyed by my enthusiasm. But seeing me excited, Percy agreed.
All right, we'll go tonight.
The party at Caddy's mansion by the woods was in full swing. She waited for us at the door, her gaze sweeping over me before she grabbed Percy's arm and pulled him away. That was exactly what I wanted because I wasn't here to party. I quickly pinpointed the most valuable-looking room, likely Caddy's dad's office, and slipped inside without raising any alarms. The room was filled with ivory and horn decorations, and there was even a massive deer head mounted on the wall. Were these things real? I searched for anything useful, and then I found it. A stack of documents hidden beneath a pile of fashion magazines. These weren't just any papers. They detailed transactions, shipments, and inventory lists, all connected to the illegal wildlife trade. I snapped a few photos of the documents with my phone and sent them to Mr. Blackwood. Then I carefully put everything back in place. Just as I was about to leave, a small handwritten note tucked inside one of the ledgers caught my eye. It listed a location and time, 9 p.m. tomorrow. My heart raced. This had to be the site for the next illegal shipment. This was the breakthrough I needed. But before I could even catch my breath, I heard voices and laughter growing closer in the hallway. I quickly closed the drawer and looked around for an escape route. Outside, the summer rain was pouring down in sheets. I landed on the wet grass below, drenched to the bone. I needed an excuse to head back home before Percy noticed anything off about me. My whole body ached and I felt like I was burning up. I woke up to find Percy's face inches from mine.
You're awake? You're looking better. Your fever's down.
I must have caught a cold from getting soaked last night. I tried to sit up but felt dizzy. Did you take care of me?
Don't worry, I went to med school. Graduated top of my class, no less.
Impressive. And surprising too.
Yeah, my dream was to become a doctor, but my dad, he has other plans. He wants me to take over the family business.
I felt sorry for this guy. He had no idea his father was a criminal. Forget what your dad wants. This is your life, not his. I can see how hard you've worked. Don't let anyone, not even your dad, take that away from you. Fight for your dreams.
Thanks, Z. That means a lot to me.
Suddenly, Percy leaned in and kissed my cheek.
Oh gosh, is your fever back?
Even though my body hadn't fully recovered, I still had a mission to complete that night. I grabbed Percy's fake gun just in case things went south. By the time I reached the location on the note, it was already 9:05 p.m. I spotted Mr. Hawthorne's car parked outside a large warehouse and I climbed up onto the roof. Peering through a large square vent covered with steel mesh, I saw a few elephants and rhinos trapped in huge cages. A group of men stood around, led by Mr. Hawthorne, who was holding a saw and a cattle prod. I pulled out my phone and snapped pictures of the scene below. After tonight, the guilty would be brought to justice. But then I thought about Percy. He would be the one most hurt by all this. And if he knew I was the one who exposed his dad, would he hate me? My thoughts were interrupted as the men below started up the machinery, and I knew I had to do something to save those animals before my boss arrived. My eyes quickly scanned for the power switch, and Percy's fake gun still weighed heavy in my pocket. Without thinking much, I aimed the gun and click. The entire warehouse plunged into darkness.
Power cut? Fix it now!
Suddenly, an uncontrollable itch crept up my nose. I sneezed, loud and clear, and my heart sank.
Up there! On the roof!
Stupid cold! A wave of dizziness hit me hard as I tried to find a way out, my body betraying me at the worst possible moment. I slid down from the roof and still managed to take out a few goons. Mr. Blackwood would be here soon. I just hoped I could hold out, but they kept coming armed, and I knew I had to make a run for it. My bike was parked a short distance away, but I ran straight into someone before I could reach it. Percy, what are you doing here?
I followed you. You're sick. Where were you going?
Percy, stay away from her! She's a spy!
What are you talking about, Dad?
Zinnia is my girlfriend.
Percy stepped forward, using his body to shield me. He called me his girlfriend. Mr. Hawthorne's face suddenly went pale as I turned to see Blackwood arriving with the police force. Percy was in total shock, but I didn't have time to explain anything before a crushing headache made me pass out. When I woke up, Mr. Blackwood told me Percy was gone. I hadn't seen him since, and he hadn't tried to contact me either. The last words he said,
Zinnia's my girlfriend,
kept echoing in my mind. 3 years had passed and I had left the academy to join the police force. It was the best decision I'd ever made. I no longer wanted to be a weapon. I wanted to be justice, to protect those who couldn't protect themselves. One afternoon during my shift, I helped an elderly woman to the hospital, and I was shocked when I saw the doctor who walked in. Percy, I can't believe I'm seeing you again. How have you been?
Amazing. I took your advice and pursued my dreams. And look at you. You became a cop.
Yeah, Percy, I'm so sorry about your dad.
Shh. Justice always needs to be served. And you did the right thing.
He looked so much more mature in his white coat, and I couldn't deny that my heart still skipped a beat seeing him again.
Not good. It looks like you have a fever again.
You idiot, it's not a fever. It wasn't a fever that time either. We looked into each other's eyes and smiled. It felt so good to see him again.
Betty, stop! If you keep running after that boy, you'll be grounded for the rest of your life. I'm not coming back. Catch her! That's right. I'm running to my love. Joe is waiting for me. Ha! Who does he think I am? With a few basic moves, I easily knocked out the muscular bodyguard. Another one came, and the third guy, one by one. I'm coming to you.
Let's get out of here. Together.
He was about to place a kiss on my lips. Oh my gosh, this kiss, it's absolutely worth it.
Cut. Very good. Betty, you're in. Hannah was so talented, you could be the main actor too.
I hired you to perform my stunt, not steal my role. Remember that. That's right, and that's how I got into my stunt. Hi, my love, from My Diary Animated. I'm Hannah Smith. You must regret that I wasn't chosen to be the lead actor of the show. But actually, my main job required me to act better than Hollywood stars. Why? Follow me. Yep, I was a special agent. I was extremely well trained. I had high-speed reflexes, accurate judgments, and most of all, I had a very special ability.
Hannah, have you received the boss's instructions yet? Hannah, where is she?
Hell yeah, I could stay in concealment. I'm currently on an important mission. She's Betty, a superstar involved in a case I'm investigating. Thanks to the stunt casting, I could officially approach her. I thought it was easy at first, but this is probably the most difficult mission I have encountered. Not only did I support Betty in difficult action scenes, I even had to take her place in dealing with scandals. One time, when I was on a mission, I suddenly got her emergency call. Hey Hannah, come to Milano Nail Spa, now! You've got something to do. Damn, I remembered that I had to replace her at the salon. Recently, the press rumored that she and her husband appeared at casinos. My going there will distract the public, so I had to ask for help from my teammates and replace her at the nail salon. Hello, ma'am. Mrs. Betty ordered long nails, steamed hair. Wait, what? Long nails? Suddenly, a call from headquarters came in. I was about to pick up the phone when steaming, you should not wear this. Damn, I tried to use my concealment ability to quickly escape from there, but it didn't seem to work. Well, and now my long nails look horrible. They were so entangled. Here is your bill. It totals $500. It was too costly. I didn't expect that encountered such a difficult mission. I could die with these nails. It's you witch. You're horrible. The woman was about to rush forward in anger, but I quickly locked her hand in 1 second. Now, even her anti-fan was looking for me. Ugh, this mission caused me so much trouble. That was not the only difficulty I encountered during the mission. Before being photographed by the paparazzi, I released her and ran away from the nail salon. After that, Betty blamed me for almost ruining her reputation. One time, I received a mission to steal a document from Betty's husband. I was allowed to follow her to the minister's house party. This would be my golden opportunity to get his corrupt secret documents. Wait for me right here. I will call you at any time. Got it? When Betty entered the party, I quickly blended into the crowd. God, a lot of people mistook me for Betty. They tried to talk to me and even asked for my autograph. Phew, I finally got out of the crowd. Then snuck into the minister's office. Well, there was a safe room with tempered glass. Challenge accepted. I walked in and discovered a laser system. They were used to protect the dark secret inside, but nothing could make it difficult for an excellent spy like me. Suddenly, I heard footsteps. I held my breath and hid behind the wall. Thank God no one noticed me. I quickly broke into the documentation room, opened the safe, and obtained the secret documents on his corruption case. Yes! I quickly put the file in my bag and fled. I wouldn't have to be his wife's imposter anymore. Ouch! Oh, appearing in front of me is a handsome guy with sparkling blonde hair.
Are you okay?
Wow, how could he be so handsome? Suddenly, a kick made me fall to the ground. The one who did it was none other than... I told you to stay outside. She's my stunt double. Then she pushed the handsome guy away and whispered to me, "Don't draw attention. And if not, I'll fire you." Psh, who does she think she is? But I had to finish my mission. Oh damn, the files! I immediately chased Betty and discovered Betty's affair with the actor. When he gives me all his money, we can disappear forever. My God, They cheated! Everything was so clear. How did Mr. Will not know this?
Good job. Now, I have things to do.
Simon passed by me. The thing he took out from his shirt was that file. Turns out, while bumping into me, he stole it. Damn! Had my identity been revealed? I had to find a way to get this document back. Gosh, the mission failed temporarily. I moved on to approaching Simon. What a coincidence! That day, I went to the set with Betty and Simon was there.
This is Simon. He will take the place of the male lead.
Okay, my goal would be to get close to him. Even though I knew he was a bad guy, it was my job. I did a pretty dangerous scene that I had to jump on top of the car.
When the car reaches the line, slow down. 3, 2, 1, action!
I took a deep breath and the car sped towards me. Get ready, Hannah. However, the car had crossed the line, but showed no signs of slowing down.
Stop the car! Now!
I continued doing the action, but suddenly, someone rushed over and quickly pushed me aside.
Watch out!
God, I just didn't have time to do anything. If Simon was 1 second late, I must be... Wait, he just saved me? I looked at him. His elbow was injured. When Betty saw this, she hurriedly ran over. Oh my God, you're so useless!
The car has problems. Don't blame her.
I hired her for doing this. It's her job. Then Betty helped Simon inside to rest. Because I wanted to thank Simon, and for the sake of reaching him. So while Betty was in the act, I sneaked over to Simon to talk to him. Hey, thank you. Let me help you.
You are not suited for this job.
Surprisingly, he shared the difficulties and gave me advice. He was different from what I initially thought of him. He was gentle and kind, even cared about me. But why would Simon want the document? I couldn't ask him directly. I was confused when suddenly Simon made me an offer.
Do you want to join my acting class? I had one right at my house.
Although I didn't know his purpose, it was my only chance to get that secret file back. I could protect myself anyways. So I agreed without any hesitation. Later that day, I was invited to his house for acting class. I was drinking tea when suddenly the doorbell rang. I hid in a corner when I discovered that the person who rang the bell was Betty. Just as she was about to step into the house, Simon stopped her.
You can go to the storehouse first. After I've done my thing, I'll come over later.
Storehouse? Where were they going? I quickly backed to my seat so Simon wouldn't notice. Simon, without a doubt, approached me with a very suspicious look on his face.
Let's begin the class.
He was getting closer and closer to me. I was about to punch his face when suddenly he took out the laptop bag behind me. Oh gosh, what a shame! He really taught me to study acting. He was serious about this class. I needed an excuse to run off to find the document. Come on, think! My stomach! Where is the toilet?
Go to the first floor and turn left.
Following his instructions, I ran straight and then turned left. But in front of me was not a toilet. Here led down to a dark cellar. This could be a place to hide secret documents. Not passing up this chance, I tiptoed down the aisle. And, oh my God! Everything was beyond my imagination! There was a CCTV system used to monitor Mr. Will! After all, who really was Simon? Then I found some more documents and discovered their plan to pretend to kidnap Betty to lure Mr. Will to the dark cellar. Damn! Was that? Did they intend to kill Mr. Will? God! I ran out and found that the door was locked! Damn! I was in his trap! I had to find the documents and stop their plan! Ugh! It was so heavy! What should I do now? Come on, Hannah! You're the best agent, right? Let's see what tools I had. Yes! Luckily, I always carry a mini drill with me. I tried to break the door. 1, 2, 3! Ugh! No one was here! They must have been to that storehouse. You must be faster, Hannah! I jumped off the motorcycle and rushed into the cellar. Secretly watching from afar, I spotted Betty trying to wipe off her lipstick, then pretended to smudge her mascara. She was a really good actress. Very soon, Mr. Will arrived.
She began to tie herself up and cried out in agony.
Oh God! Please save me! Have you brought the ransom? Ew, she was so fake.
Then, Mr. Will took a suitcase running to his wife.
Where's the kidnapper? Is he in there?
Hurry up! Save me!
This stupid man would be in danger if he got close to it. No! I wouldn't let them achieve their purpose.
Mr. Will! Don't go there! What the hell? Hannah? Why is she here?
Seeing this, Simon, hiding in the corner, ran out and shouted.
Hannah! This is none of your business. Stay away.
I already know your plan. I have no intention of going to save her. Hand over the document now.
What the? I was the spy, but why was everything so chaotic? Just like me, Betty was totally in shock.
Simon! The document? Which document?
You won't get away with this. The secret agents have already surrounded the area.
Hearing that, Mr. Will seemed shocked. Taking that chance, I immediately rushed to rescue Betty.
Take this!
Mr. Will fell, and the agents rushed inside. Both Mr. Will and Betty were arrested. Phew! The mission was finally finished. Only now did Simon give me the secret files. Turns out, Simon was an agent of MI6. He discovered I was an FBI agent, so he secretly protected me. Even locking me up in his cellar was to let him complete this dangerous mission by himself. He was sent to monitor and get information about the transcontinental corruption case of Mr. and Mrs. Will. It was crazy, wasn't it? After that, my relationship with Simon became sweeter. We both got the promotion, but yeah, I was still reminded by my superiors because I had not grasped the information carefully. I realized that I needed to take a broader view of the problem for the next time. So, in life too, you should thoroughly understand the problem before taking action. Remember that.